Hi everybody, Dave here from British Trucking. In today's video we're going to take a look at the daily vehicle checks a driver is required to complete before driving their truck on the road. Now if you're new to the British Trucking channel and you have an interest in trucks, then why not subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon to be notified of any future videos we make here at British Trucking. Right, let's take a look at the daily vehicle checks that HGV drivers have to do. Let's go! Now, performing daily walk-around checks on your HGV truck is an important part of a truck driver's working day. Now, it involves ensuring that the vehicle is safe to take out onto the road and that your load is secure and will not move when it's in transit. A defect book has been the most common method of reporting defects and keeping a record of any defects the truck has. In place now, defect books are slowly becoming a thing of the past, and all truck drivers will be required to download an app onto their phones or onto the company's phone to complete a walk-around vehicle check. The app will work by the driver logging into the app, specially designed for the purpose, entering the details of the vehicle. Now, once logged into the app, you will automatically have your details as the driver stored into its records, plus the date and time the vehicle checks are being carried out. Now, once the details are all entered in, it will be necessary to walk around the vehicle, completing the information set out in the app in order to continue your daily work with that vehicle. The app itself is GPS linked and will be able to provide information from the phone to confirm you have completed the checks correctly and not remained sitting in the cab. Now, the app-based defect report will be linked to the DVSA plus the company you work for. The maintenance department of the company will be able to log in and see if there's been any defects entered for any of their company vehicles for that day. Although, in my experience, the maintenance department usually starts work after you've checked your vehicle and normally arrive to work to irate drivers sitting in their trucks outside the workshop doors. These types of app systems are already being used across the UK using apps such as Fleet Check, Checked Safe and R2C, to name a few. Now, feedback from users that have been using this technology so far has been positive. So what checks need to be completed? Let's take a look at the guidelines issued by the DVSA. Vehicle checks inside a HGV truck. Mirrors and glass. You need to check that the windscreen is not cracked, scratched or discoloured. Also check that the windscreen and the front side windows are not excessively tinted. Check that all mirrors are in place and not damaged or insecure, that there is no missing glass and that the driver's vision is not obscured when looking in the mirrors. If there's a camera system used instead of the mirrors, you need to make sure that that is working correctly and that it is aligned properly. Windscreen wipers and washers. Make sure the windscreen wipers work. Check that they are not missing, damaged or worn. Also make sure the windscreen washers are working correctly. Front driver's view. Check that there's no objects that get in the way of your front view. This can include incorrectly mounted sat-navs, dash cams, phone holders, or anything that gets in the way of your vision when driving. As a general rule, there should be nothing in the swept area of the windscreen wipers. So if you use that as a guide, that's pretty much where it is. Now, some official stickers, such as road safety items, are allowed, as long as they don't seriously block your view when you're driving. Dashboard warning lights and gauges. Check that all of these are working correctly. This includes engine warnings, emission system, anti-lock braking system or ABS, the electronic braking system or EBS. There's usually warning lights for those, so make sure all the lights and anything on your dashboard that there's no warnings there, and you'll be good to go with those. Steering check. Check that the steering wheel moves properly and that the power assisted steering works correctly. Check the steering has no excessive play and does not jam. Also check that there's no excessive lift or movement in the steering column. The horn. Check that the horn works and is easily accessible from the driver's seat. Now, if you're in a built-up area with houses nearby in the early hours of the morning, this check may be carried out later in your shift, such as on your first tacho break. Brakes and air build-up. Check the air builds up correctly and that the warning system works. Check there are no air leaks. The footwell is clear with nothing obstructing the brake pedal. The service brake operates both the tractor and the trailer brakes. The parking brake must work correctly. Also check the service brake pedal does not have any excessive side play or is missing any loose material such as anti-slip rubber. The in-cab height marker. Check the correct vehicle height is displayed on the vehicle height marker in the cab. Remember, the height can change when the fifth wheel is adjusted or if the trailer is loaded, unloaded or reloaded. Seatbelts. Check that the seatbelts do not have any cuts, damage or fraying that may stop them working correctly. Check that they stay secure when you plug them in and also that they retract against you when fitting. Also that the seatbelt fully retracts when you take it off. Vehicle checks outside of the HGV truck. Lights and indicators. Check that all lights and indicators work correctly and that all lenses are fitted, clean and the correct colour. Check that the brake lights come on when you apply the service brake and they go out when you release it. Check the marker lights are fitted and working. Fuel and oil leaks. Check that the fuel filler cap is fitted correctly. Turn on the engine and check underneath the vehicle for any fuel or oil leaks. Also, check that there are no visible water leaks. Battery security and condition. Check that your battery is secure and in good condition and is not leaking. Diesel exhaust fluid, commonly known as AdBlue. Check that your vehicle has enough AdBlue and top it up if necessary. Excessive engine exhaust smoke. Check that the exhaust does not emit any excessive amount of smoke. Security of body and wings. Check that all the fastening devices work. Cab doors, trailer doors are secure when they're closed. Body panels on the tractor unit and trailer are secure and not likely to fall off. Check the landing legs if fitted. Check they're secure and not likely to fall off while driving. Side guards and rear underrun guards. Check they're fitted if required and that they're not insecure or damaged. Spray suppression. If spray suppression flaps are required, then check that they are fitted, secure and not damaged. Also, check that they're not clogged with mud or debris, otherwise they will not work properly. Tyres and wheel fixings. Check that the tyres and wheels are secure. The tyres have a tread depth of at least 1 mm and the tyres are inflated correctly. Check there are no deep cuts in the tyre sidewall, that there's no cord visible anywhere on the tyre. Also that the wheel nuts are tight enough. Now some wheels are fitted with wheel nut indicators, so if they're fitted, check they're aligned and have not moved, which would indicate a loose wheel nut. Check there's no objects or debris trapped between any of the twin wheels, such as brick ends or rocks, for example. Brake lines and trailer parking brake. Check that couplings are free from debris and they're in the right place. There are no leaks and there's no damage or wear to the brake lines. The parking brake for the trailer, check it works, and after the initial brake test, leave the engine running so that pressure can build up. Once the pressure's built up, this will make it easier to hear any leaks. Electrical connections. Check each connection and make sure that all visible wiring is insulated. Visible wiring is not likely to get caught up or damaged. All the electrical trailer couplings are connected securely. All electrical switches work correctly. Coupling security. Check that your vehicle is secure, attached to your trailer, and that the trailer is located correctly in the fifth wheel or coupling. Check the secondary locking devices are in the correct position. Security of a load. Check that the load does not move or is not likely to move. Make sure you use the right type of load security system for the load you're carrying. If you're not happy with how the load is secured or how stable it is, ask the person in charge of vehicle safety to get a competent person to assess it, reload or resecure if it's necessary. Number plate. Check that the number plate is not broken or incomplete, incorrectly secured or spaced incorrectly, dirty, faded or covered over by anything. Reflectors. Check that the reflectors, including side reflectors, are not missing, broken, insecure, fitted incorrectly, the wrong colour, obscured by dirt or other objects. Markings and warning plates. Check the vehicle's markings are the right colour, visible, securely fastened, not obscured by dirt or other objects. Also, as part of your daily vehicle checks, you may need to check accessories that you've got on the vehicle, such as a rear-mounted forklift or a rear-mounted crane or high-ab, and also trucks like mixer trucks. They've got chutes on the back and items that will need checking to make sure that they're secure and fixed correctly to the vehicle before continuing out on the road. Phew! And that's all that has to be done for you to start your driving day. Okay, so what if a defect occurred during your journey? Now, if a defect occurs within the shift, it is necessary to find a safe place to stop and report any defect that you're aware of. If the defect is dangerous, it must be repaired before you continue to drive your truck on the road. Now, if you were to continue driving your truck with a dangerous defect, you could receive a hefty fine or even a prison sentence if someone was injured or killed as a direct result of your defect. I hope this video gave you an insight into what truck drivers have to do every day when completing a daily walk-around vehicle check of their vehicle. Now, if you enjoyed it, I would appreciate a great big thumbs up, and it does help the channel. And if you want to see some more trucking guides or find some trucking products or news, then don't forget to check out the British Trucking website. And we will see you in the next video. Stay safe and bye for now.